Good afternoon. Dan Rather, CBS News with Newsbreak. Trying again to kickstart the economy, the Federal Reserve cut interest rates today by another ½ point. Palestinian protesters fought Israeli troops on the day Palestinians call the Great Catastrophe of 1948, when hundreds of thousands became refugees after the founding of Israel. And in Northwest Ohio, a man jumped onto a runaway freight train carrying hazardous materials and brought it safely to a stop. Now this.
Yeah, I'll trade my wreck for a check.
Trade my wreck for a check? Who do I call?
I'm attorney Ken Nugent. If you've been hurt in a car wreck, call me.
Trade my wreck for a check? No problem.
I've helped thousands of people get the money they deserve for their car wrecks. So if you've been hurt in a car wreck, call me. And maybe you can be the next to say,
goodbye, car wreck. Hello, check.
Hurt in a car wreck? Call attorney Ken Nugent now.
one call, that's all.
I'm Dan Rather on tonight's CBS Evening News, Eye on America, a furious new debate over behavior-modifying drugs for children.
You know I'm cool like a fine summer breeze. Can't get enough of those new Capris.
Goodies, the fashions you love for a lot less.
Chillin' in Capris, everywhere I go. Kicking back and styling, looking like Jackie O.
Goodies, better Capris for less money.
This ain't rocket science. That's the way I like it.
Capris for less at Goodies.
That's the way I like it.
Why would you go anywhere else?
That's the way I like it.
Big brother, little brother. Car keys, cartoons. Plays in a band, plays in the sand. 6'3", 3'6". What brings these two to the table? Honey Nut Checks. The taste of golden honey and nuts that's sweet, but not too sweet. So everybody likes it. What'll they agree on next? Maybe girls? Maybe in a couple of years. Honey Nut Checks, bringing families together. For breakfast, anyway.
When Mother Nature lowers the boom, 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 boom. Tune in to Boomer 95.3 to get the latest weather forecast from the WRBL Doppler 3 Weather Center.
You're home with me.
The state superintendent's take on improving education, live at 6.
We were doing okay for a while. His son and I were living together.
Are you two still involved with each other?
No.
We had a short breakup. We got back together. The business was going down.
Joe and the couple who mixed business with pleasure.
I have another court case pending tomorrow.
Against her?
Yes, I do.
Everybody's still friends, by the way?
I suppose we will see.
I agree. Business is business.
It was Nanette's dream to open a hypnotherapy center to rid people of their addictions, and Fred decided to help her do it. Fred says she was dating his son, and he claims when Nanette left that relationship, she left him with the debt. That's today on Judge Joe Brown.
He's a real judge. In his courtroom, everyone has the right to a fair trial. But if they're proven wrong, he has the right to make them pay. Judge Joe Brown.
72-year-old Fred Glazier is from Poway, California. He is suing his son's ex-girlfriend, 27-year-old hypnotherapist Nanette Green, for an unpaid loan. Now, here's Judge Joe Brown.
Let's see. I believe, sir, you're suing the defendant, and you have alleged that you loaned her a considerable amount of money to start her own clinic, but that she has reneged on the payments once she and your son broke up. Is that right?
That's correct.
Okay, your defense is that you admit borrowing money from your ex's father, but you say the ex made a verbal agreement to take over the loan.
Yes.
Okay. What are we talking about here, sir?
Beginning of last year, I was approached by Mrs. Green at the suggestion of my son, sitting here, to help Mrs. Green financially to open up a business.
And what sort of business was that?
It is called New Beginnings Wellness Center. If you ask me precisely what they did, I don't know.
What sort of business is it, ma'am?
I provide hypnotherapy primarily.
All right, sir.
The amount in question at that time was $6,000.
Yes, sir.
We made some agreements. A amount is still unpaid, which is over $5,000. And the reason I procrastinated that long, I would say, First of all, I understand the business folded beginning of the year, so no money was coming in or income. So I bared with that. However, just recently, I found out that defendant, Mrs. Green, was able to rent a house on the beach for a rental of $2,450. So I felt like at that time, if that is possible to pay that kind of rent, it could be possible to pay my loan and pay it back in full. And that's the reason we are here today.
All right, and have you received anything at all in payment on this loan?
I did, yes.
How much, sir?
The total amount, I also would like to mention the loan, there's an interest on it, or what, there's an interest on it.
There's interest.
The reason is I borrowed it against the equity loan against myself, which bears an interest of 9.5 at the present time. The total amount, including the interest, which I received from Mrs. Green, totaled to $900.
You have the paperwork on all of this?
Yes, I do.
Please pass that up. Miss Holly, would you be so kind, ma'am?
First of all, here's the checks. Here's the loan agreement. Here's the other.
Thank you.
Okay.
All right. All right. Now, ma'am, what do you have to say about that?
Well, basically, as he said, the business wasn't, you know, doing as well as I'd like. But initially, we got the loan. Everything was going well. We were doing okay for a while. At the time, his son and I were living together. We were in an accident, and because of the accident, I was asked to leave work, and so I did. At that time, Stuart Glazer, his son, said that he would go ahead and take over the payments. And so apparently, you know, as far as I knew, he had for a while there. I don't know when or if he paid by check, or sometimes I know he would just bring the cash to their house. But I don't know exactly how many payments were made or not paid. And then just last week, his son had called me and said that he would go ahead and take over the payments on it.
Well, are you two still involved with each other?
No.
Did he put this in writing?
No, he called me over the phone. He says, I know you're ill. I know that you don't have income right now. And that was it.
All right, come on up, sir. Who might you be?
I'm Stuart Glazer. Nanette and I were involved back at the time. My father, I had come to my father to ask him for the money. And Nanette had lost her job, and she wanted to start this business. So I went to my father to get some help. We did lend her the money. She was in the business for a while. She was trying very hard. And I mean, I give her that amount of credit, but probably by July of that year, things started to fall apart on that business. So we had had a short breakup. We got back together. The business was going down. There was no money coming in for her partner. The business, was not able to pay its bills, even the rent and so on. I did on that sheet. There's 3 payments of $200 showing, Your Honor. And actually, I paid that myself, not necessarily for Miss Green, but for my father, because I felt like I had come to him in good faith for Nanette, and she was not able to make the payments, so I did not want to let my father down. I made those payments out of my own pocket. I did not want to leave him hanging. I wanted I was still dating Nanette. I wanted to help my father out, but there's a point where, you know, Nanette needs to get a job, or Nanette needs to take care of her own problems. And she has been claiming she's not well, she is not able to work, and so on. And my father's been very patient with this, but there has been no payments made by her, and I have no reason to continue or to make any further payments in her behalf.
You know, I have my doctor's notes here requesting that I leave work with a diagnosis as to why I'm not working now.
What kind of accident are we talking about? Auto?
Yes.
Let's see that, Miss Holly. What are you talking about?
I highlighted some of the...
Well, you know what you could have done to have stopped all of this from occurring is you might have offered to the plaintiff here a lien against your recovery. Had your lawyer draw that up so that in any recovery you get, he gets his loan paid off as a part of that recovery with the appropriate interest. Why didn't you do that?
You know, I've talked to my attorney. I'm afraid I don't know. We don't know where the case stands. So.
Okay, there are some problems that the doctor is indicated, or most probably the result of the accident. I can see that you might, in fact, get a very big recovery from this. And part of that recovery would be the loss of your earnings capacity. So I can see what you're doing here. However, the problem is this.
We'll be back with more of Judge Joe Brown after this.
Is everybody still friends, by the way?
I suppose we will see.
I have another court case pending tomorrow.
Against her?
Yes, I do.
And later today,
and I told her to turn the phones off, Shandara, because they wouldn't let me do it because I wasn't the name on the account.
Is all that well and good? Why did you keep using the thing?
Because it was there.
If you have arthritis pain, there's reason to celebrate. It's Celebrex.
Celebrate, celebrate, come on and celebrate.
Powerful 24-hour relief from osteoarthritis pain and stiffness. Celebrex, the first arthritis medicine that targets only the COX-2 enzyme.
Celebrate, celebrate, come on and celebrate.
Celebrex should not be taken if you've had aspirin-sensitive asthma or allergic reactions due to aspirin or other arthritis medicines, or certain drugs called sulfonamides. In rare cases, serious stomach problems such as bleeding can occur without warning. Tell your doctor if you have kidney or liver problems.
Celebrate, celebrate, come on and celebrate.
Ask your doctor about Celebrex. Celebrex, the #1 selling brand of prescription arthritis medicine.
Celebrate, celebrate, come on and celebrate.
We are the poorest of the poor.
1 hour south of Columbus, the 9th most impoverished region in the United States.
We have no place to go but up.
What can save these cash-strapped counties? How can they retain a workforce? How can they stop the hemorrhaging?
We've got to convince these children that there's a future for them, and that future can be here.
Join News 3's Jennifer Pauley as she searches for the answers to these questions and more. Tonight at 6 on News 3, first live local.
Hey, let's show more road. We're gonna get some Asiago cheese.
Scusi?
All right then, next stop, Scusi. Chop chop, fasto.
Subway introduces 2 new fresh-baked gourmet breads. Delicious Asiago cheese with real Asiago cheese baked on top, and tasty country wheat with rolled oats, poppy seeds, and more. 2 new gourmet breads at Subway.
Stroke, 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 stroke.
Subway. Eat fresh.
we're back with Judge Joe Brown. The plaintiff in this case is suing his son's ex-fiancée. He claims he loaned her thousands of dollars to start a hypnotherapy business. He says she broke up with his son, and now she won't pay back the loan. Let's take a look.
Now, there is no obligation that your ex-boyfriend has to pay this off for you. He apparently was doing this out of the niceness of his heart. Now, you two, I take it, have also had some other difficulties. You two, what else?
Your Honor, I really don't want to bring that up. I have another court case pending tomorrow.
Against her?
Yes, I do.
Yes.
Is everybody still friends, by the way?
I suppose we will see.
I agree.
Business is business.
That it is.
Absolutely.
So you proved your case. You are going to have to pay the plaintiff here what he has proven through this instrument. So, judgment for the plaintiff in the amount of $5,000.
This court is in recess. Gentlemen, you may step out the door to your right.
You said that you hoped that you could be friends.
You know, it just, whatever's easiest for everyone is fine.
To me, it's basically a hollow victory. You know, when you kind of lose faith or you lose trust in somebody that you really love, really care for, no amount of monetary compensation is going to really make you feel any better.
And now we're on to the next case.
Case number 718 on calendar, Hicks-Gill versus Overton. Will the parties step forward, please?
Shandara Hicks-Gill is a 22-year-old bus driver from Palmdale, California. She is suing her former friend, 20-year-old cosmetology student Dawn Overton, for an unpaid cell phone bill.
You, ma'am, say that the defendant owes you for an unpaid cell phone bill.
Yes.
What's this all about?
I've been knowing Miss Overton for over 6 years. And one day we went to the South Bay Galleria,
and they had a deal on phones, 2 phones for the price of at the same price, in which I asked Miss Overton when we got the phones, would she be able to pay her bills? She told me yes.
Whose idea was it for the two of you to get 2 phones?
It was her idea, but I went ahead and got it anyway because I needed a phone.
They give the phones away. What they want is the bill. Or the calls, all right. Now, over what period of time did these bills get made?
From April 2000 until January 1st of 2001.
That's 8, going on 9 months. Now, what happens?
Excuse me.
Yes, I'm on the right to
I've
you.
been paying the bill. I was paying the bills when they were $30, $40, $50, and we agreed on our contract that it was supposed to be $35 a month for the minutes that we got, and I didn't receive any bills from Shandara I haven't received any bills until I paid my bills up to, it was $300 the first bill. I paid $300 on it, and she gave me this bill, and it has like all kind of writing that she wrote on it, saying that I owed $757. And
Well, let me see that. By the way, then you can
and
show
all
me what
I
you
got
have.
was 2 bills from her for
the
all the time.
$757 was from July and the August bill, and it breaks down every one of our calls in the bill. And I have her phone bills, what calls she made. She went over her plan. That's why the bills start getting high.
Now, how do I determine who this is to be?
My number is 3858. Hers was 3158.
$318.74 you ran up.
I had a car accident, so I was using the phone.
$296.84 you ran up.
And I paid
And plus
$300
taxes
on it.
and late fees. They charge late fees. The taxes for $45.91, that's not added into the bill.
Well, I know, but that's $318.74 and $296.84, so that's $45.91. That should be split down the middle, I assume. About $22.60. Okay, next month. $288.08, $407.09.
And that's
Taxes
what I owe.
and surcharges, $51.87. Did you pay it?
No, I told her that I was going to pay it, and I told her to cut the phones off. She never turned the phone off.
You can't.
And
You have to pay them, what is it,
the early
$150
bird
penalty to turn the phone off.
But I would have paid the $150 termination fee because
she didn't. She didn't.
But it was already going to be paid because they cut the phone off.
Okay, but she didn't. So why did you use it the next month? $217, $253.93.
I didn't even know about that. I haven't seen any bill, and
She asked me for copies of the bill. I copied the bill, and I sent it to her.
The next month, the second month after it should have been turned off, it gets more reasonable now. It's beginning to hit them. $59.84 and $97.93. And what is this over here? This is for the month of January.
Yeah, that's at them adding on the early bird
That
disconnection
is
fee.
the cutoff fee, $150 to you and $150 to you. Who paid this off?
Nobody has paid it off yet.
My mother was supposed to get them. My mom asked you. I hadn't talked to you.
You're the one that made the deal, young lady, not your mother. Hold on. She's got enough headache without having to worry about some that you give her like that. Right, ma'am?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Judge Joe Brown continues after this.
She asked me to copy them for July and August. I did, and I brought them to her house.
Okay, and then you had all
she
this
asked me for
chicken
copies
scratch
of
on the
these
bottom.
bills.
She wrote all this chicken scratch on there and just added up whatever she wanted to add.
Closed captioning sponsored in part by
Inside every Hot Pockets pepperoni pizza are spicy pepperoni, real mozzarella, zesty sauce, and a crispy, crusty, tender, flaky crust.
What are you gonna pair?
Hot Pockets.
Thousands of drivers are saving money by switching to Geico Auto Insurance. I'm here with one of them.
Hello.
You don't want your identity revealed. Why?
If word got out I saved so much, people would be hitting me up for money all the time. You through with the milk?
Sure, of course.
I have to be careful.
Geico Direct. A 15-minute call could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
May means it's time to get that summer job. But don't strain yourself.
done.
Because this month at Sonic, all you need is 99 cents for a classic root beer float or a Sonic Flurry drink. Like a float, only blended. Try sweet new raspberry or your favorite flavor. During Cheap Chills month, they're all just 99 cents each. Plus tax, of course. Don't miss this Sonic Summer Classic, our extra long coney topped with meaty chili and cheddar cheese.
Winning the $1 million prize was exactly what I needed to discover my true calling, acting.
Oh, how can I forgive you after what you did to me?
That's really good. Thanks.
Well, I found the people in Hollywood really smart and helpful.
You're adorable. What's your name?
Kimberly.
Oh, no, honey. We gotta change that name.
Pop the top of a Coke from specially marked bottles or canned multi-packs this summer and you could win $1 million. Why not you? Why not now?
I'd even do a commercial if I had to.
Can I see your license and registration, sir?
If you don't buckle up, you'd better listen up. Law enforcement officers are cracking down on everyone who doesn't buckle up and doesn't buckle up kids. It's zero tolerance. They're doing it to save lives. Beginning May 21st, Georgia law enforcement agencies are teaming up for Click It or Ticket to get everyone buckled up. So remember, click it or ticket.
Georgia is serious. We're going to save lives.
At WRBL, we know how important the weather forecast is to your everyday life. You'll always know what to expect when you tune into Mitzi Oxford's forecast. Just watch WRBL live at 6. And when Mitzi's right, you can win a Mitzi Says umbrella and a free gift from J.D. Kinders. All you have to do is send a postcard with your name and address to Mitzi Says, 1350 13th Avenue, Columbus, 31901.
You'll win with my forecast. I guarantee it.
We're back with Judge Joe Brown. The plaintiff in this case is suing her former friend of 6 years. She says when they got a deal for 2 free cell phones, she signed them both up. She says that makes her responsible for the bills. The defendant says she's paid every bill she received. Let's listen in.
Okay, so the phone gets cut off when?
It was cut off in about the end of December, in the middle of December.
All right. And here's December. Well, that's the one where they get the credit because the phone was cut off.
After the phone's cut off, how
Yeah,
can
they let them go through when they should have cut them off. So since there was a cutoff, they shouldn't have allowed you to have the service, so they didn't charge you for it.
And here's the bill showing the late fees.
Okay, let me see the late fees.
I have no bills.
Ms. Overton had a chance to get the bills. She asked me to copy them for July and August. I did, and I brought them to her house.
Okay, and then you had all
she
this
asked me for
chicken
copies
scratch
of these
on the bottom
bills.
saying
her mother
what I
was supposed to
owed.
pick them up, and she never did.
She wrote all this chicken scratch on there and just added up whatever she wanted to add, and I didn't see it, so I paid for it.
I didn't do it. As a matter of fact, I was paying some of Ms. Overton's bill.
It was $296, Shandara. I paid $300. What did you pay?
You forgot the taxes
Then
and late
you didn't
fees.
show me any other. You didn't show me any other bills. You know what I'm saying? I haven't seen any other bills since then.
Here.
Matter of fact, these are copies she was supposed to pick up.
Hold on. What do you know about this?
She doesn't know anything.
She was there when I called Ms. Overton and
She doesn't even know me
about the phone.
like that.
She
doesn't
called me
even know
about
anything
the situation, and I asked her to call Miss Overton so that I could talk to her because I knew they'd been friends for so long.
But you
and
don't
I didn't want to see this go flat over money. So I asked her to call her so that I could talk. When she answered the phone immediately, they started arguing. I couldn't get a word in edgewise, and her total excuse was that she couldn't pay the bill because she couldn't afford it with all of her additional bills. Well, I just told her that that's not her problem, so.
I told Shandara that I would pay the bill as soon as I got myself on my feet. You know what I'm saying?
But it's been 6
she
months
hasn't
since
even,
she gave me.
But she
It
hasn't even
doesn't
been
work that
in my
way
business.
because the way business deals with it is called bankruptcy.
I was trying to take care of my business, but it got out of hand, and it was too high, and I have a daughter to take care of, so I couldn't pay for it.
You did that to yourself.
I know, but I told her to turn the phone off, and she should have turned the phone off.
I asked Ms. Overton to turn the phones off. She said she needed her phone.
No,
That's what she said.
Oh my goodness, my mom can be a witness. I told you the day that you called me and I brought you the $300 to turn the phone off.
How much did you bring her?
I brought her $300, and I told her to turn the phones off, Shandara, because they wouldn't let me do it because I didn't have her social security number and I wasn't the name on the account, so I couldn't turn the phone off myself. And so she says, well, it's going to be a disconnection fee, and it was a disconnection fee anyway, and it didn't even have to get out of hand like this. That's too much money.
Well, if you
Well,
want
the
the funds
question
off,
the
you shouldn't have
court
been calling.
asks is
Keep
all
calling.
that's well and good. Why did you keep using the thing?
Because it was there.
Judge Joe Brown makes his ruling after this.
Columbus City Council is shutting down a local adult entertainment shop. I'm John Papkin. We'll bear all the details for you tonight.
Plus, bolstering business in rural Georgia. That's what a new initiative is all about. Jennifer Pauley takes a look. Then, restoring paraprofessionals to the classrooms. It's high on Linda Shrinko's agenda. Join us tonight for these stories and more, live at 6.
Have you had credit troubles in the past?
Don't worry.
Been turned down by every car dealer in town?
Don't worry.
Feel like you have nowhere to turn?
Don't worry. Columbus's Kia Autosport can help. If you've got a job at $199, you could be approved for a brand new car.
Regardless of your past credit history.
Call 1-877-457-7772 for fast, easy service. Bad credit, no credit, divorces, bankruptcy, repossessions, it doesn't matter. If you've got a job at $199, you could be approved for a brand new car worth up to $25,000. Like brand new 2001 Kia Rio starting at just $74.95.
Just qualify and drive away.
Call 1-877-457-7772.
24 hours a day.
It's fast, easy, and absolutely free. Call 1-877-457-7772 and drive away today. Columbus's Kia Autosport.
Circuit City presents the perfect gift. Step 1, find it. Come in and explore the possibilities, from digital cameras and broadband modems to wireless phones and satellite systems. Step 2, love it. Plug it in, turn it on, push the buttons and ask questions. That's why we're here. Step 3, give it. Share the moment, make their day, and remember the smiles. For gifts that are unexpected and on the mark, Circuit City. Find it, love it, give it.
It takes something special to be a Children's Miracle Network hospital. Sure, we have the area's only dedicated pediatrics unit and pediatric intensive care, and we have pediatric specialists. But seeing our kids go home, that's special to us. The Pediatrics Program at Columbus Regional Medical Center. A world of services, a single purpose.
Do you need justice? Call 1-877-JOE's Law. On the internet, JudgeJoeBrown.com.
Now, what do you have to say about this, ma'am?
Well, when the young ladies came home with the cell phones, I told both of them, you don't need this. Chandara is like a niece to me. I love her, I love my daughter. But Dawn was paying her bills up until whenever this high bill came in. So both of them are irresponsible because neither one of them were paying their bill.
Your daughter's share with expenses is $988.11. The court's added it up.
Is that from beginning to end?
That's
Because some of the bills were being paid.
Well, she said she put $300 up, and I gave her credit for the $300
Okay, but that's not the only bill that she paid. Chandara came to the house a few times and picked up money.
From who? You?
From my daughter, but I was at home.
Let me ask you again. I asked you this before. How much did you give her?
I don't even know exactly the amount, but when the bills were like $34, $35, $50, I was paying them.
Well,
and then
she was paying them from April to July.
And then when the
$296 came, the
I paid $300.
I called and told her. That's when she gave me the $300, and that was it.
I am only counting from July forward, and that's when the first bill of several $100s hits. So adding all of those up and giving you $300 credit with your share of the taxes and late charges, penalties, and surcharges, that's $988.11. Don't you feel bad?
Yes, I do.
Don't do this to yourselves again. $988.11 to the plaintiff.
This court is in recess. Ladies, you may step out the door to your right, and you all may follow right behind me.
Seems that no one who enters the courtroom knows how to sign up for a good plan on a cell phone, but everybody knows how to run up the bill. Judge Joe Brown gets out the calculator and lays down the law. Judgment for the plaintiff. We'll find out what litigants have to say after this.
Tomorrow on Judge Joe Brown.
We started engaging in romantic activities.
Joe, the cook, and her kitchen aide.
You should know better.
A passion for justice. Judge Joe Brown.
For itch sufferers, relief is here. 12-hour Lanacaine with antibacterial plus vitamins. Itch relief that works all day or all night.
It's easy, also easy.
You've got mail.
24-hour customer service.
Everything I want all in one place.
So easy to use, no wonder it's #1. Easy.
Brittle nails that break and won't grow? Get Nutrinail. Short brittle nails grow in just 5 to 7 days. Nutrinail. Short brittle nails grow. Guaranteed.
To help you maintain a healthy urinary tract, Azo Cranberry squished the power of cranberry juice into a teeny tablet. Cool, huh?
Why did you do it?
I thought I was helping her out.
She should have called and asked why the bills were getting that high, you know?
But your excuse was the phone was there. When you kept using it, you know that that's kind of weak, right?
Yeah, but it's there to use, so I used it.
You think they can work this out?
They will work it out.